Hi, everyone. This is State Representative Kelly Chambers coming to you from Olympia and the second day of the 2022 legislative session. I'm down here in person by myself in the legislative office. It's great to be back in session and dealing with some of the issues that we need to work on this year. But at the same time, it's a little bit eerie. The parking lot is mostly empty and there's very few people down here working this week. It's great that we're going to have easy access for everyone to participate in the public policy making process this year, but we really do miss seeing our constituents and having those meetings that we normally have in our legislative offices. With that being said, I thought it would be important to share with you some of the priorities that we will be working on this year in this legislative session. One of the issues that we're dealing with right now in terms of affordability is the new Long-Term Care Trust Act. This new tax just went into effect January 1st, and it makes life in Washington less affordable. We're looking to offer real solutions that address affordability in this state. You know, I work in long-term care and I know the value of long-term care insurance, but what our legislature passed just is not working for too many people. That's not fair. And we have other options that we're putting out there to make long-term care insurance both optional and affordable. All in all, the revenue forecast in Washington is pretty good. It's nice to be able to say we have a $10 billion surplus coming in this year. And we have had just record revenue year over year since we've been recovering from the Great Recession. As a result, it's time to ask ourselves, at what point can we give some tax relief back to the citizens of Washington and to ensure that you get to keep some of your hard-earned money? I believe that time is now. And again, there are a number of proposals on the table this year that would give some tax relief to taxpayers in Washington and help you keep more of your own money. The other issue that we're addressing this legislative session is public safety. As you are probably well aware, the legislature passed a number of bills which affect our communities and how safe our citizens are. Issues with vehicular pursuits, probable cause, use of force. These are all issues that we seek to address this legislative session, because at the end of the day, you want a place that you can live, that you're safe, your kids are safe to go to and from school, you're safe to go to and from work. And we're offering some solutions to address those issues that were offered as amendments previously and not accepted. We hope to be able to have that conversation this session with more public input and to give you the opportunity to have a say in how public safety is handled in Washington. Another issue that I really believe we need to address this legislative session are emergency powers. As you know, we are nearly at 700 days of executive rule since the COVID pandemic began. And we're just not in the same position that the state was 2 years ago when the COVID outbreak happened here in the US. It's time to address this, and there are a number of bills on the table this year with bipartisan support. These should be addressed early in the legislative session and really go back to restoring some balance in state government. We have a 3-branch system for a reason, and that balance of power has gotten out of whack. And it's time to bring that balance of power back into Washington state and ensure that citizens get that representative government that our Constitution intended. In addition to some of these other things that I've already mentioned, some other things that I'm working on this session include workforce development, addressing some of our behavioral health needs by moving forward with a state psychology compact. I'm also working on a voluntary stewardship program, which would help protect precious land in Washington state. So I will continue to communicate more with you about those issues in future newsletters, but I just wanted to say thank you for all of your support, the warm wishes and welcomes this week, and also to let you know to keep contacting my office. We appreciate the calls, the emails, and knowing what your priorities are.